Welcome to Senior Health, where we believe that growing older can mean growing stronger, wiser, and healthier every day. If you've ever worried about slipping on a rainy sidewalk, missing a step on the stairs, or simply felt a little more fragile than you used to, you're not alone. As we age, our bones, once so sturdy and dependable, begin to change. They may become thinner, less dense, and more prone to breaking. And while these changes can feel discouraging, there's something important I want you to hear. You have the power to support your bones every single day, starting with what's on your plate. Today's video is all about nutrition for stronger bones after 60. We'll explore the key nutrients that help keep your bones resilient, the everyday foods that support bone health, and gentle habits that make a lasting difference. Whether you're already experiencing changes in bone density or simply want to age with strength and confidence, this guide is for you. 1. The key nutrients for bone strength. Let's begin with what your bones truly need to stay strong. Bones are living tissues. They are constantly breaking down and rebuilding, even now in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. But for that rebuilding process to happen well, your body needs the right building blocks. That's where nutrition comes in. It's not just about calcium pills or fortified milk. It's about a balanced, nutrient-rich approach that gives your bones what they need to thrive. So, what are the key nutrients for bone strength? Calcium is the first one most people think, and for good reason. Calcium is the primary mineral in your bones. Think of it as the raw material, the bricks, if you will, in the structure of your skeleton. But calcium can't do its job alone. That's where vitamin D comes in. Vitamin D is like the delivery service. It helps your body absorb calcium from food or supplements and move it into your bones. Without enough vitamin D, even a high calcium diet won't be fully effective. Another unsung hero is magnesium. This mineral helps regulate calcium levels and is essential for converting vitamin D into its active form. It also plays a role in bone formation, yet many older adults don't get enough. Then there's vitamin K2, a lesser-known but powerful ally. It helps direct calcium into your bones and keeps it out of places it shouldn't go, like your arteries. You'll find it in fermented foods like natto, some cheeses, and also in supplement form. Protein is also essential. While many seniors reduce their protein intake, it's important to remember that bones are about 50% protein by volume. Adequate protein supports bone repair and helps prevent fractures by maintaining muscle strength, your first line of defense against falls. And let's not forget omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats, found in fatty fish like salmon or in flax seeds, have anti-inflammatory properties that may protect against bone loss. It's tempting to focus on just one nutrient, like calcium, and hope for the best. But bone health is like a symphony. It needs all the instruments playing in harmony. Calcium without vitamin D, or protein without magnesium, is like trying to build a house without nails or a foundation. The good news is, you don't need to memorize every vitamin or micromanage every meal. You just need to eat a variety of whole, nourishing foods and understand the key roles each of these nutrients play. In the next section, we'll explore exactly which everyday foods can deliver these nutrients naturally, so you can turn your kitchen into a gentle pharmacy for your bones. 2. Everyday foods that support bone health. Now that we've talked about the nutrients your bones need, let's take a look at where to find them. In simple, everyday foods that are both nourishing and enjoyable. You don't need exotic ingredients or expensive supplements to support your bones. Many of the best sources of bone-building nutrients are likely already in your kitchen, or just a short trip to your local grocery store away. Let's start with one of the most classic, dairy products. Milk, yogurt, and cheese are rich in calcium, vitamin D when fortified, and protein. A serving of low-fat yogurt, for example, can give you up to 30% of your daily calcium needs, along with a good dose of protein. If you enjoy dairy and tolerate it well, it can be a cornerstone of a bone-healthy diet. But what if dairy doesn't sit well with you? That's perfectly okay. There are excellent non-dairy options for calcium and other nutrients. Fortified plant-based milks, like almond, soy, or oat milk, often contain as much or more calcium than regular milk, and many are fortified with vitamin D as well. Just check the label to be sure. Leafy green vegetables are another outstanding source of bone-friendly nutrients. Kale, bok choy, collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens are all rich in calcium and magnesium. Adding a cup of cooked greens to lunch or dinner a few times a week can go a long way toward supporting bone health. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel are also incredibly helpful. Not only do they contain omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and may slow bone loss, but canned sardines and salmon with bones also offer a surprising amount of calcium. Yes, the tiny soft bones in canned fish are completely edible, and they're excellent for your bones. Then there are eggs, which are a gentle and versatile food for older adults. The yolk contains small amounts of vitamin D, and the protein in eggs supports muscle and bone repair. A boiled egg with breakfast or in a salad at lunch is a simple and nourishing option. Let's not forget nuts and seeds, especially almonds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. These contain magnesium, calcium, protein, and healthy fats. A handful of almonds or a spoonful of chia in your morning oatmeal adds crunch, flavor, and bone support. Soy-based foods like tofu and tempeh are also excellent for bone health, especially for women after menopause. Tofu is often calcium set, meaning it's made with calcium sulfate and provides a great non-dairy calcium source along with plant-based protein. To make this practical, let's look at a sample day. Breakfast: a bowl of oatmeal topped with chia seeds and fortified almond. Milk plus a boiled egg. Lunch: a salad with dark leafy greens, grilled salmon, and olive oil dressing. Snack: a small handful of almonds or a cup of plain yogurt. Dinner: stir-fried tofu with bok choy and brown rice. This kind of eating plan isn't rigid or extreme. It's realistic, flavorful, and supports your body's natural ability to maintain strong bones. Remember, the goal isn't to eat perfectly, it's to eat intentionally. Small changes like switching to a fortified milk or adding greens to your soup can make a real difference over time. In the next section, we'll talk about some common habits that may unintentionally harm your bone health and how to make gentle adjustments without giving up the foods you enjoy. 3 nutrition habits that may harm bone health. We've just looked at how everyday foods can build stronger bones. But to truly protect your skeletal health, it's just as important to be aware of certain nutrition habits that may quietly weaken your bones over time. Let me begin by reassuring you, this isn't about restriction or guilt, it's about awareness. Because often, we pick up habits over the years without realizing their impact. And when it comes to bone health, a few small tweaks in your diet can make all the difference. The first one may surprise you: excess salt. When we consume too much sodium, often from processed foods, canned soups, or overly salted meals, our body responds by excreting more calcium through the urine. Over time, this calcium loss can reduce bone density, especially in older adults who are already at risk. This doesn't mean you need to eat bland food. Instead, try reducing how much salt you add at the table and cook more meals at home using fresh ingredients. Herbs and spices like garlic, rosemary, and lemon zest can bring flavor without the salt. Another common culprit is sugary soft drinks, especially colas. These drinks are often high in phosphoric acid, which may interfere with calcium absorption and alter the body's calcium balance. Plus, they usually replace more nutritious beverages like milk or fortified plant-based options. If you enjoy fizzy drinks, try sparkling water with a splash of juice or infused with citrus or cucumber slices. It's refreshing, flavorful, and much kinder to your bones. Next, let's talk about low-protein diets. As we age, many people begin to eat less, especially less meat or dairy, either due to changes in appetite, digestion, or concerns about cholesterol. But too little protein can mean that your body doesn't have the raw materials it needs to maintain bone structure or support muscle strength. And remember, muscle mass plays a critical role in preventing falls, which are the most common cause of fractures in seniors. Aim to include a source of protein in every meal, whether it's an egg, some beans, a piece of fish, or even a spoonful of nut butter. Balanced intake, not excess, is key. There's also the issue of extreme or trendy diets. You may have heard about eliminating entire food groups, like grains, legumes, or dairy, in the name of health. But for older adults, cutting out major food groups can easily lead to nutrient gaps, including those critical to bone health like calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. If you're exploring a specific diet for medical reasons, always work with a healthcare provider or dietitian to make sure your bones are still getting the nutrients they need. Finally, let's gently talk about excess caffeine and alcohol. A morning cup of coffee is perfectly fine. In fact, some studies suggest coffee may have protective health benefits, but high amounts of caffeine, especially when paired with low calcium intake, can slightly increase calcium loss. Similarly, regular heavy alcohol use may interfere with bone-building cells and the absorption of key nutrients. Moderation is the golden rule. A cup or two of coffee a day, a glass of wine on occasion, these can absolutely be part of a balanced life. The key is making sure that your nutrition, overall, is supporting, not undermining, your bone health. So what's the takeaway here? You don't need to eliminate the foods you enjoy. You simply need to become a little more mindful, reading labels, making small substitutions, and balancing your choices with nutrient-rich options. In the next section, we'll put it all together into a daily routine, one that gently supports your bones with food, movement, and mindful self-care. 4. Building a gentle bone-healthy routine. Now that we've explored what supports your bones and what quietly works against them, it's time to bring everything together. In this section, we'll focus on creating a gentle, realistic routine that you can truly stick with, because strong bones aren't built overnight. They're supported daily through small, caring choices that add up over time. Let's begin with food, the foundation of bone health. You don't need complicated recipes or strict meal plans. A simple, balanced day of eating can make a big difference. Imagine starting your morning with a bowl of oatmeal made with fortified almond milk, sprinkled with chia seeds and sliced banana. Add a hard-boiled egg or a small handful of almonds on the side. That's calcium, vitamin D, omega-3s, protein, and fiber before your day has even begun. At lunchtime, a warm bowl of lentil soup with leafy greens and a slice of whole grain toast offers protein, magnesium, and plant-based calcium. A piece of fruit and a glass of water with lemon help keep you hydrated and refreshed. In the evening, try grilled salmon or baked tofu with steamed broccoli and sweet potatoes. Add a drizzle of olive oil and perhaps a sprinkle of sesame seeds. These foods nourish your bones, but they also support your heart, your brain, and your energy. And don't forget snacks. Plain yogurt with berries, a smoothie with spinach and fortified milk, or even a handful of walnuts can all be small, satisfying ways to care for your bones between meals. But nutrition isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about movement, another vital part of a bone-supporting routine. Weight-bearing exercises help your body maintain or even build bone mass. You don't need to lift heavy weights or take up intense workouts. Simple activities like walking, dancing, or gentle yoga can stimulate your bones to stay strong. Even carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or doing balance exercises at home makes a difference. Try to move in ways that feel good. A 15-minute walk each morning, light stretching in the afternoon sun, a short Tai Chi session with a friend. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. And then there's hydration. It's easy to forget that bones need water too. Staying hydrated helps nutrients move efficiently through your body and supports the soft tissue around your bones and joints. Keep a glass or bottle of water nearby throughout the day, and sip often, even if you don't feel thirsty. Now let's take a moment to talk about stress. Chronic stress produces cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated for long periods, can weaken bones. That's why emotional wellness is part of bone wellness too. So find small rituals that bring calm. Deep breathing, gardening, gentle music, spiritual reflection, laughter, and connection are powerful medicine. A relaxed mind helps support a resilient body, To help you get started, here's a simple suggestion. Choose just one new habit this week. Maybe it's drinking a glass of milk or fortified plant. Milk in the morning? Maybe it's adding kale to your soup, or walking for 10 minutes after lunch. Start small, then build step by gentle step. There's no finish line. Bone health is a lifelong companion. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. It's being kind to your body today so it can support you tomorrow. In our final section, we'll offer some encouragement to help you stay on this path and remind you that strong bones are still within reach, no matter your age. We've covered a lot today, but I hope you leave this video feeling not overwhelmed, but empowered. You've learned that bone health isn't about one magic pill or one perfect food. It's a gentle rhythm, built from everyday choices that you can make with care and confidence. Whether it's sipping a glass of calcium-rich milk, sprinkling chia seeds on your breakfast, or stepping outside for a short walk, each small act is a gift to your bones. And remember, it's never too late to start. Your bones are living, active tissue. They're always changing, always responding to how you live, how you move, and what you nourish them with. That means no matter your age, you still have the power to support strength, balance, and resilience, one day at a time. So don't feel like you need to change everything all at once. Choose one small thing to begin. Maybe today, it's as simple as adding more greens to your lunch, or filling your water glass one extra time. The point isn't perfection, it's progress. You deserve to feel steady on your feet, to move with freedom, to walk through each stage of life with strength, in your bones and lightness in your spirit. Thanks for spending your time with us here at Senior Health. Remember, your health journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, one gentle step at a time. If today's video brought you clarity or comfort, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might benefit. We're here to grow healthier together. See you next time, and until then, stay kind to your body and your mind.